Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Membership starts at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in playing in any of our games, our early campaign needs players. We have 2 open slots available, so be sure to reach out to me if you're interested in playing. We are a pay-to-play community, but you get to see how much fun we have here, so it's worth it, probably. I mean, these guys are still here for some stupid reason. I don't fucking know why, but, you know. Anyways, if you're interested, reach out and let me know. Without further ado, Fordrum, what happened last time?
Last night we prepared for the biggest battle of the campaign, I think. We all split up, trying to gather as many allies as possible. Zurazar writes a letter pretending to be me, Fordrum, that we sent to the former number 2 Volstrucker to see if we could solicit her help. Zurazar and Farouk headed off to Marquette to see if they could shop for stuff. They met up with Yadali, who happened to already know everything. They had managed to convince him that Trent is a threat to everyone, including Marquette, and he agrees to send some help to the final battle, but is light on the details for what his help is. After the meeting, they do a little shopping, pick up a few potions, but don't find much else. Capriccio heads to Sinclair's people, where he drops off the staff that he borrowed and recruits the Oxen brothers to fight for us. He then heads to the Dreamscape to visit with his circle. They will not directly help, but one member makes a deal with the Nightmares. In exchange for one evening in our world having nothing but nightmares, we are given the location of Trent's Dreamscape. Broska heads to Vasselheim, where he recruits Kuma and some other members of the Slayer's Take for 15,000 gold. He then heads to the Church of the Raven and signs them up as well. He also tries to get his dad to contact Jorhas, but the communication does not go well. Fordrum goes off to Uthadurn, talks to Silverin, who reluctantly says he'll help, but he's just going to be there for some healing and some protection stuff. He seems pretty off-put by the request. Safety and healing outside the thing, yeah. Though in exchange, he'll need to look into getting pardons for the 5 Silver Fang pirates. Argon sends communication to Uladon and Jenna asking them to help clear the city of non-combatants and coordinate together to allow us to teleport safely into the Empire. Argon then meets with Marion and works out a plan of attack to attack the Academy. Marion and his siblings will then head deeper into the Volstrucker base while we peel off and hit Trent's house. Marion gives Argon a bottle of abyssal sludge. When Capriccio fills us in on what the Dreamscape angle is, Thunderbrand and Marion introduce us to a young blade singer named Zash, who will help the leaders of the Phelan attack Trent on his Dreamscape. And that is where we left off.
So, just a few moments after this conversation is taking place, Capriccio, Thunderbrand approaches over to you and Zast, gathers the 2 of you, and teleports away.
Okay.
You all already know what's happening. Maybe an hour later, just Capriccio and Thunderbrand come back. All right, I'm heading over to the Wurion so we can meet up with everybody and make sure we're all on the same page. There's a water room there that we're going to be utilizing.
Okay.
Here's the address, Artigan. And he just tosses you some paper on the table.
Okay.
So, how did it go?
Capriccio.
It went. They seemed, well, elves.
They seemed elves?
Yes.
Oh. So they're slow-moving, patient, didn't understand why we were trying to hurry up and do this? That kind of an answer? Or meticulous and... No.
No. Let's hope everything goes well. I'm sure Zash will take care of things.
Hmm. All right. Good enough.
It'll have to be.
But they're doing something, I guess, right? Or at least they
Yes,
said they
they're
were.
doing something. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
Shit talking your other party.
We don't know what they're doing, but
I am contractually obligated.
Yep. All right. So they're doing something in the dreamscape. We're going to start our assault at what? Are we just first attacking the academy and then the house, or are we going straight to the house?
Oh, I thought we were attacking like the whole city.
my thought is that we would hit the why can I not remember their name? The Volstrucker base, because that's the only teleportation circle I know other than the main one in... Where is the main one that I know, Joey, in the capital? Is it actually in the college, or is it like outside somewhere? The one I originally teleported to.
The one you originally teleported to is inside of the college, which is across the district. Here, let me bring you over, Rexington.
Yeah, we're probably going to want that map.
So right here. This
But
is the
still-
college.
Okay.
You're aiming for right there.
But
Got it.
the Volstrucker one is somewhere inside the college as well. Or at least you reach it from the college. As far as
Yes.
we know.
Yeah, it has its own... You can take any teleporter from the college to the one in the Volstrucker one if you know the specific coordinates. It goes into the college, which is on its own demi-plane.
So I guess my suggestion would be we go into the college while Miriam and his siblings hit the Volstrucker base. Because that
Okay.
should draw away most of the... At least keep any Volstruckers from showing up at the house.
And we're hitting the college just because
Because that's the only teleportation circle I know of.
Got it.
I mean,
And
we can
there-
attempt a random transportation in there, but there's always a risk
Yep.
that we don't make it.
Be nice if we knew that there wasn't going to be a ton of foot traffic on the city streets, because we're not going to just start attacking students in the college, are we?
That's not my intention.
No, I didn't think so.
I'm taking a lot of notes, apparently.
I mean, if they attack me, I'm not going to allow
No.
them to do that.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's... Yeah, I'm not saying that we're going in there as a pacifist. I'm just saying I'm not going in there to pick a fight with the college. I have contacted Uladon, and I'm hoping he can get us through some form or another, a clear path. So that
Sure.
we don't run into people.
All right,
Yeah.
which one of you has the stupid passive? Oh, none of you have stupid passive. Just high.
Nope.
As of what?
22.
I mean, Capricio's up there, yeah.
So while you guys are sitting there at the war room, in the sealed off room, having this discussion, a mysterious woman that only a few of you have ever met before seems to apparate in the corner. None of you realized she was sitting there before until just now when she makes her presence known. You remember this being the woman who showed up to Hedge's funeral, the mysterious, enigmatic one. That you all never got the name of.
Yep.
Well, even when she makes herself known, only Capriccio would possibly notice her. Yeah.
Hi.
She looks over at you, smiles.
When Capriccio says hi, can we all turn and look at who he's saying hi at?
Yeah.
Oh shit, when did you get here?
Oh, I've been here and there for the past, while.
Other question, how did you get here?
It's not that difficult.
I know we've met once before, but I don't remember your name. I was a dwarf before. I'm Fordrum.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fordrum, nice to see you. She'll smile at you. I was aware of the situation coming at hand, and I already let the head mistress know that I'd be sleuthing around the academy grounds.
Well, as long as someone above me knows, then it's not my problem.
And usually people speak much more openly when I'm not seen.
Yeah, you'll find secrets isn't really our forte.
Yeah, no.
And that's what I appreciate about your group in particular.
Well, most of you.
All right. Yeah, but you always
Okay,
get caught up
Capriccio
in the
keeps
fact that the
secrets.
rest of us just tell everything.
I feel like that's the only downside to you all is that you all once you all start talking truth, you don't normally stop.
Let's be fair. That whole caravan has turned remarkably south since, the passing of one of us, rest in peace.
It's like a fray string at the end of your sleeve that just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling.
Nope, that's not the analogy I would have used at all, but I see where you're going. All right. Yeah, so I thought we were all in a secret safe space, so I thought that's why it was okay to talk. So, what do you bring us?
You'll be happy to know that the organization that I'm currently working with and myself are making an appearance on your side.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
thanks. Cool.
Insight.
Sure. Zurazar, you might be the only person here with a possible chance of beating her. Let me
If I fail, I will burn a sorcery point.
burn a sorcery point.
All right, watch me roll another 26. Let's go.
Yep. She is possibly the most difficult person you've ever encountered to read. Something about her demeanor spells out honesty, but it is 100% crafted. Every single move she makes, every gesture she has, everything is crafted.
I mean, if she lies, that'll just kill her. I mean, like, I don't see the downside.
That's my
to
usual
this.
policy.
But you should also be aware that Our influence here is just to be sure that the grand scheme of how things are happening don't go astray.
So, assuming you are arriving on our side and you're going to be in the vicinity of where we are going to be, is there any kind of signal, note, information you can give us so that we know whom your people are? Or
There'll only be a couple of the ones of my organization. However, you all are apparently working closely with a few of my friends as well. Not organization, friends.
Who would that be?
The stick in the mud who's very reluctant to help out with anything, but will be readily available when needed.
Oh.
Yep, no, nothing. I got nothing.
I'm assuming she is talking about the person you talked to, Fordrum.
yes,
Yeah.
Slytherin? The
Sylverin.
druid? Sylverin?
Yeah,
So,
he's an old friend of mine.
Okay.
so who are you and your organization?
My organization does not need to be known what it is called, unless, of course, you are invited or considered the upper leadership of any group, organization, territory, academy, things like that. But you all may refer to me as Mary.
Mary, he's an archmage here in this organization,
Yes.
and he is the one of our leaders in a little group of heroes who don't really justify anyone specific as a leader.
Right.
I mean, I'm just, in case you wanted credentials, I figured.
I am aware of each of you, acutely aware of. I've done my research to be sure that making my presence known here would not lead to my unexpected demise.
A lot of people know who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I've
all
got
not a
someone
very
with it.
subtle group, except for you, Lord. She looks over at you, Zurazar.
He just gives her a thumbs up.
You're the only one that I actually had to put effort into finding. Good job.
Well, I'm like, well, even if they try to be subtle, I don't think it would last long. Especially that one. He points
Ew,
to a
why?
Braska.
But anyways, I've already made sure that there was an invitation sent out to the more strategically minded individuals that you all have recruited in order to be sure that they will be there at the war room, at the Wuyan Gates. I've also opened up a specific amount of channels so that you will be able to converse with Jenna and Athesius as soon as, well, they realize that I am not who they suspect I am. Therefore, you will all be able to have an open and honest conversation there.
Did you say a Theseus?
Oladon, yes.
Oh.
Sorry, that's his first name.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, that's certainly helpful.
Well, I figured it would be the least that I can do given the fact that all of you did everything, well, some of you did everything in your power to give a good friend of mine a reasonable death.
Um. Yeah, I still feel bad about that.
Zuzar will kind of lean and say, which one was that?
His hedge.
That was before your time with us, Zurzar.
Oh. How'd you
I
kill
don't
him?
know who that is either.
We didn't. I mean,
We did.
we did, but we didn't also.
That's very... Okay,
But-
so you don't
and
know
if
how
I-
you killed him.
Most
That's how I know I
importantly,
wasn't there, because if I were there, it wouldn't be a question.
you saved his soul.
Yes. We saved his soul, which accidentally killed him. We tried hard not to actually kill him, but it was too inevitable. There was something else holding onto him harder than we could pull.
So, I will be present at the meeting just to make sure I'm overhearing things and know what's happening. You all will be aware of my presence, but not many others will be. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Are the others okay with that?
Doesn't matter.
Oh. Are there others that you suspect there?
There are others I haven't been able to get enough information on to not suspect. You all, I have an abundance of information on, or enough information on that I'm comfortable with. The only one of you that is questionable at best is, the Lord right there, but I'm very certain that if he turned out to be a traitor between Braska and Fordrum, he would die very quickly.
That's if they could catch me, but I don't have any means to betray anyone here.
I wouldn't say you don't have the means to. She'll smirk at you at that one.
What, to betray them?
Oh, you definitely have the means. Your skill set is notable.
I mean, give me time and I could probably figure something out. You know, slow and steady wins the race.
And that is why...
I'm not actually going to betray you guys.
Well, good.
I'm going to roll deception. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you just roll charisma and then tell me the modifier.
I do not roll insight.
Argon has no chance of beating any whichever Zorzar decides to do. So I don't even think with a natural 20 I could beat whatever his unmodified roll is with a 10. Yeah, my insight is 1. I don't think you can roll lower than a 21 on either. So,
I mean, you could roll a natural 20.
natural 20s don't technically count on skill rolls.
Nope, not in my games.
Fair enough.
Just turn him into a rat and put him in my purse.
So, I'm going to be off now, and I'll see you all over at the Wuyong Gates.
Before you leave, speaking of Hedge's funeral, we ran into a couple of other guests of that funeral recently. Luna and Lucifon.
Okay.
Do you know them?
Of?
You know of. Okay. I was just curious. We met them in a odd situation, so I didn't know if you knew them.
Is that what transpired when you all went to, disappeared for a little bit from this world?
We met them when we disappeared for a little bit, yes. I was just curious since both of you knew Hedge.
Were they working together?
They were at the same place. I don't know if working... Yeah, I guess working together.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. See that whole I don't know how to keep a secret thing.
That's what I appreciate about you all.
I actually have that as my big flaw. I can't keep a secret to save my life or anyone else's.
It's a great flaw to have in D&D.
Just randomly blurt out about people.
We burnt down the forest. Shit.
No,
I know where
we
those
were
two
going
people
to
are.
burn down the forest.
Yeah, to be fair, that wasn't me. That was about burning down the forest.
Yep.
Well,
All
anyways,
right.
I'll see you all there.
Yes.
Okay.
She'll
Okay, bye.
step over towards the door, walk out it, close it, and then gone.
That was weird.
So I'm not kind of understanding the secure room thing of the Lyceum, as they call it, a secure room anymore. Does it not pertain to all people if they're given a pass? Is that what it is?
Well, it's secure in the fact that you have to have approval from the Lyceum to be in here.
I see.
She just evidently had approval from the headmaster to be in here. Or at least claim she did. If she didn't, that's somewhat terrifying.
And the acting headmaster's your sister, right at
Yes.
this time? Okay.
I could go ask her, but based upon the way Mary talked, I'm gonna assume my sister's going to be just as cagey as Mary is about.
Yep.
Because there's nothing my sister would love more than knowing something I don't know.
Yep. That makes sense.
So
Sisters never outgrow that.
no,
I have a
they do
cousin like
not.
that. Very well.
I wouldn't know. I'm an only child. I don't know, actually.
Now I'm guessing there's probably not a good chance that you're an only child, Braska.
With who your dad is? Yeah.
It's all right. Dad doesn't know him either.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Does your dad know if you're an only child or not?
That's a conversation to have.
Because I don't think he knew about you, did he? If I remember right.
No.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
You remember? He
No.
told you that he got a fortune told to him that the world would change if you were raised by gentler folk and people. So he left you at a doorstep as a child.
oh yeah.
After your mom died, because he didn't know how to fucking raise you anyways.
Yeah.
Would you trust Braska to nurture a child?
Oh, not my kid.
No, he'd never go hungry.
I mean,
Braska would find food.
That's true.
it would be the safest child from direct danger.
Yes, but indirect danger by
Yeah.
being around when Braska did something.
This is how
Collateral,
you swing an axe.
Honestly, if the child's around while I'm eating, there's like a 5% chance there.
Anyways,
All right. Does anybody need to do anything else before we head to the Wuan gates?
I don't think so.
I think I'm all set.
I don't have anything else.
all right.
You want to say goodbye to your family, Fortune, before we leave?
Yeah. Yeah, that I do.
Okay. Well then, Fordrum, you walk out. You head over to their estate, where this late into the evening, given the fact that they don't have the option to work that much, they're all present.
Hmm.
After dinner, sitting around, playing songs, listening to music.
I just step in. Hey, everyone.
Hey, you big pussy.
Yep, off to another little battle. Wish me luck, and hopefully, if this all goes well, everyone can return home shortly.
Oh, really? What's the little battle going to be?
Oh, just a little assault on the person who's been threatening you all along.
All of them stop immediately and turn to look at you. You're getting in a little battle.
I'm just trying to keep it light. That's all.
Light and breezy.
Well, do you have enough food? You have warm socks, right? No holes in them or anything. Your boots are perfect, of course. What am
My
I saying?
boots are perfect. My socks are great. Have plenty of food, I think. But yeah, we'll be fine. There's a lot of people coming to help. It's not just me, and it's not just my little group. There's plenty of other people also coming.
Well, I mean, that's good. And they one by one go up to you to give you a hug.
Yep.
You see your cousin sitting over behind the banister looking at you with his mask on.
Hmm.
After everybody else has hugged to see you off, he comes down the stairs and heads over towards you and slings a what are those things called? The hobo bag
Uh-huh.
over his shoulder.
Oh, what are those
Leaving?
called?
Yeah,
Where are you going?
going with you.
Who's gonna watch out for all of them?
Magic school, they're fucking fine.
They are, but after they go home.
I have a particular set of skills.
You do. You're very well suited for something similar to this, but later.
I can help.
You could. But this isn't a fight for you yet. No offense. In the long term, they'll need you more later than I need you now.
Spindle pack, thank you. Roll me persuasion, Fordrum.
Okay. I don't get any better than
Oh my
that.
god.
He looks at you and looks at everyone else in the room. All right. Be safe.
I plan on it.
I'm keeping your nice hammer until you get back.
Not this one. The one I'm.
He pulls out your smith's hammer that somehow he stole from your
that
bag.
One. All right.
Until you get back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna want that back.
Reach up and put his hand on your shoulder and then just scurry up the stairs.
Perfect. Oh, hey. Have these. I give him my Androsphinx gloves. These have come in handy more times than I can imagine. And I just can't imagine anybody else who would probably use them. Try and climb something with these someday. You'll see.
He'll put them on and immediately jump and grab onto the ceiling.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'd play the owlbear in the next campaign, but Joey would have to nerf him from all the magic items he has.
Oh, I'm not
to start
nerfing him.
with.
He has the items, but his stats still suck. He's good at one specific thing.
We can live with that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play the owlbear now.
Yeah. Dude, he's like the most loaded up second level character of all time.
Probably so. All right. Good night, everyone. Don't wait up. Be back as soon as I can.
Take care.
Thanks.
Well then. Argon, are you saying goodbye to anybody?
Yeah, I'll go say goodbye to my mother.
I'm gonna go say bye to your mom too.
Okay. You're welcome to come. We don't get all that emotional, so I'm not worried about anybody seeing anything.
Just everyone brings Zurzar to their awkward goodbyes. So I just stay in the background. It's like, are you done?
Can we
Not
go
me.
now?
My dad's in the fight.
All right. So you are going to go say goodbye to her?
Yes.
All right. You head over towards her personal chambers. The place your mother has been frequenting far more often than she ever has in the years that you've known her. You get there. Again, she closes a book and looks over at you.
I'm sure Thunderbrand has kept you informed, even if you are currently on sabbatical, but we're getting ready to head out for the final planning sessions before the assault.
She nods a few times and very well. You are suppose I should get ready. Join
Get
you out there.
ready.
If
Are you
there's
coming?
if there's going to be a battle, yes, I'm coming.
I thought you were still on leave.
Oh, the leave can wait.
Is this why you held yourself back?
Yeah. I need to be sure that when this is happening, I'd be ready.
You know it's going to be ugly. You did your part. You faced him once already.
True, but it is the Archmage's responsibility to ensure the safety of everybody. When you have as much power as people like you and myself have, we are directly responsible for the well-being of everybody. And if there's going to be a battle that takes place, even if I don't think I could bring myself to fight him again, I need to ensure that as many innocent people are not destroyed by his destructive antics as possible.
Maybe you can link up with the two members of the council that we have. I'm hoping to minimize civilian casualties as much as we can. This was always about Trent for me. It was never about the Empire. I'm afraid the Volstruckers will probably have to go because I think they're too loyal to him to stay. But
Yes. It is necessary. Unfortunately, you can't save everybody. But the people at minimum should be able to walk away safely. At least if I'm there, I can persuade large crowds into laying down their weapons, and hopefully we can arrest them. So, she stands up and gives a flick of her fingers, and you see the headmaster's robes appear on her. The beautiful, dark blue, like a depths of the ocean base to it that has the shawl that goes over her shoulders and around her neck. That is the bone white color that is chilling to most people to see, as well as the insignia of each of the schools of magic written completely around it, arcing around and down towards the front, where her emblem of enchantment is placed.
well, then we go to war, Mother.
That we do. Honey, I'll be back some other day. I'm going to war with our son.
Bye, Dad.
What? I'm in the back. And she's just pushing you out the door.
We should go before he tries to talk himself.
Yes,
in.
we're leaving now. And she'll expeditious retreat just to get the fuck out of there faster.
Dad's not ready for this.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go run up to everybody else, and I'll just start casting teleportation circle.
So, the circle erupts, And where are you aiming for? The Wuyan?
Yeah,
Okay.
the ones Thunderbrand, the address Thunderbrand gave me.
Alrighty. And you appear at the Wuyan gates. As soon as you appear, you see dozens of soldiers immediately raise their arms and direct them over towards you all. However, the moment they see the Lyceum robes, they relax, and you begin to hear whispers from the soldiers in the crowds of each of your names.
Why are these people talking about us?
Be fucking awesome, though.
Yeah, I know.
Probably something to do with that.
Okay. I hope so.
You should grow used to it. When you gain a reputation such as this, you're no longer able to go anywhere without being under the harsh scrutiny of the public.
Oh,
I know, right?
Well, if I can figure out a way to change back into a dwarf, I'll have an anonymity.
You know I can do that for you, Fordrum. You've just never asked.
I just look at Capriccio now like, what the fuck?
What?
Nothing. I am totally appreciative. Maybe after this, we'll talk about doing that, because it'd be nice to go back to the old me for retirement.
You don't like being a taxi?
No, it's been great. It's much faster. It's much faster.
That took a lot of effort.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not belittling it. It doesn't feel totally like me all the time.
I'm
But
kidding.
it is fast.
Busy.
It just doesn't have enough hair.
Yeah. It's just
So-
different. Hair's relocated into weird places, and not having a beard has been freaking me out a little bit.
You do have a beard. It's just a full body beard.
Well, yeah, I can't braid it. It doesn't.
Yes, you can. You can do tiny braids.
Well,
I learned from Zash how to do braids. I told her I wasn't paying attention.
if you got the time, I.
Well, I don't. I have to go to war.
No, right. Yeah, after the war.
You just see you guys at the War Council.
Just braiding
Or at the
his
War
beard.
Council.
Getting my
Chef
hair
just sitting
braided.
behind him, braiding his hair.
Just a cat covered in cornrows. That's all I imagine. Just
Now I have to do it.
The super powerful paladin and the super powerful druid just paying more attention to hair braids than the actual War Council.
ow, it's tight. Ow, stop.
That's what he
Anyways,
said.
as you all are walking up, you approach up to this main tower and begin ascending up the stairs, and you appear inside of this large study of some variety. As you pass by, there is an immediate alarm, ding, 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 that goes off, and you hear the drawing of blades, and there's even a pressure in the air for how much magic is being summoned forth, and one person calls out, "Hey, don't fucking worry, it's them. I can hear them from a block away." As you round the corner, you look down at this massive war room with many of your allies sitting there, most of which you know and some of which you do not. You all are down here, by the way. You can move up as you see fit. You see Satyana standing at the far side of the table, commanding the entire presence of that corner all by herself, as many individuals seem to be moving further away. Thunderbrand being the only person brazen enough to stand that close to her, and he has a little bit of a look in his eye that, Braska, gives you a feeling of competition.
I knew Braska was going to move as close to her as possible.
Beside her, outside of arm's reach, is a druidess that I don't believe many of you have ever met, aside from possibly Argan. But all of you would know her by her reputation alone, Keyleth of the Ashari. She is the leader of all of the druids of this realm, and the Ashari in particular are all her people that she defends the outer planes alongside.
Hi, I'm Fordham. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Fordrum. Thought you were a dwarf. Sorry, I got
No.
bad information. Okay.
No, I was a dwarf. Under this, I'm a dwarf. I guess that's the way you could put it. I got reincarnated. It came back as the backseat.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Sitting behind her in a chair, being ignored by everybody in this room, is Mary.
I will throw a hand to give Mary a high five as I walk by.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, yeah, that's my strong point.
As it is every paladin.
Uh-huh. Big old 5.
Ugh. And she just ignores it. Wasn't smooth
Aw.
enough.
She lets
Hey, are
you
you going to
hang
leave me
it.
hanging, Bet? Jeez.
Who are you talking to?
He's like most cats. He sees ghosts in the walls.
Yep, just thought I saw
Oh.
somebody.
Oh, I've seen ghosts before. And beside her, catty corner at the table, being much more scrutinous and, for longevity of life, possibly the oldest amongst the room, Lady Teresa, the ancient archpriest of the Queen of Ravens. She'll look over towards you, Braska, and smile and nod her head respectfully.
I wave.
Directly
She looks like the evil Mary Poppins.
Yes.
It super does.
That's exactly who she is.
Yes, she is.
And we're all here
Just
for
a
it.
spoonful of sugar helps the children go down. And beside her, Jenna, who is stationed here, and as you pass by, you see a slight flicker to her appearance, making it very clear that she is not physically here, just some type of projection or illusion of some variety. Same situation with Uladan, who is standing there. For many of you, Silverin is there, and he's foreign to you, and for you, Fordrum, he just looks over at you and looks at Mary
Thank
and
you.
rolls his eyes. There's two strangers, however, at the table. The first one, a middle-aged man that's looking closer to the ends of his life than the beginnings by most means. He's adorned with very generic-looking clothing of cloth and leathers that don't seem to add a whole lot of protective elements to him. Though you can see wrapped around his fingers are these intricate jewels of spellcraft and maneuverability. He has a demeanor that is familiar to some of you who are exceptional at inciting individuals. This man is Zemnian, and he's very, very well postured and maintained. Beside him, Zurazar is a man that you know instantaneously you must bow to. Jaman
Oh, no.
Sa'ord.
Yeah, Zurzar would have bowed to them.
You wander over, and Jaman looks over towards you, accepts your bow, and looks back over at the table. All right. Looks like we got the whole crowd back together. All of us are going to have to pick our own responsibilities for what we are responsible for. All right? So,
I call hitting shit.
Uladan, I believe you have the most information about the layout of the city that we're going to have to be careful of. We already decided that Archmage Lyceum over there and his group are going to be directly responsible for going in and attacking Trent directly. That is going to be what they have to do. We have another group of individuals. We are calling them the siblings. They are going to be responsible for going after the Volstruckers' immediate academy, stifling any of their potential efforts to stifle or thwart our plans directly. We have a third group who isn't invited to this meeting, who are going to be assisting on the Trent side, but from a different realm, the realm of dreams. And hopefully that's going to be able to give us a very large upper hand. But we still have the city to worry about. Now, Sylvain over there has offered very generously to allow all of us to walk through some fucking trees into the city. Now, what are you really gonna do?
Oh, that's how it works?
Yeah. Tree Stride's actually a very well-known ability within the druid circles. It's something we all strive to do.
I get it.
Yeah. Exactly. Nobody else at the table laughs.
I was so close to having his name spelled right.
Sylvain?
Yeah.
Or
An A instead of an E.
close. All right. So you're gonna get this.
Are there going to be any problems with the protections that the Empire has in place for teleportation?
No. Jenna and myself have worked to be able to make sure that they go down specifically when we attempt to. However, we are going to have an unseen ally assisting us in getting to where these arcane wards are active and disabling them for about 10 minutes. That gives us 10 minutes to move your army. You are giving him treads right now?
No braids.
Is it long enough for braids?
For
Oh my
guys,
dude.
Capriccio's got small fingers.
True.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah, you could do just 3 hairs at a time. Yeah. Oh my god, pixie
Be
braids.
there for a fucking
That'll
while.
hurt like a bitch.
10 minutes should be fine. I think Arby is probably a bit generous.
Well, given the renowned individuals that we have at our disposal in this room, I think army is a fair constitution for what you all represent. But if you prefer assassinators or something else among the words, let me know.
Ass kickers.
That's actually a... whatever.
We finally have a group name, the Ass Kickers.
No, that's a different group.
Oh, is it?
Well, they're the ass kissers, but yeah.
Yeah, see, we're different.
All right. So, Sylvain's going to be transporting us through. We're taking just a smaller section of the actual armed forces through with us since we have a 10-minute display to get everyone in. Sylvain is going to be allocating a large portion of his efforts in total to protecting individuals. Uladon, Jenna, how is it on Trentminators? How is it going for setting up the party and festivities? Oh, well, that is going to be perfectly well established. I've already sectioned out a specific area in the city that the vast majority of the citizens are going to be in. Let me bring you all over to the Exandria map. And you guys might want to start drawing on this map so you have ideas of what's happening. The entirety of the Tangos heading over towards this shimmer walkway up to the wards itself is going to be designated for a free event for all citizens to be accompanied and joining in from. The Mudtop Ward will have a large number of citizens who probably don't want to come out because they don't like the government, believe it or not. and don't necessarily trust us. The Mosaic Ward should be relatively unkept, other than the armed forces that are patrolling around the gates and exterior. Getting through the front, the Mosaic Ward, is going to be something that, when we turn off all of the teleportation, you will have 10 minutes to get inside of. However, inside of the Shimmer Ward, fuck Trent in particular. Yeah, that's a good label. Inside of the Shimmer Ward, their magical protections are handled directly within the Academy, close to where they house all of the Volstruckers. We're going to have to ask the siblings to deactivate the ZAT if we want our military forces to break into the Shimmer Ward as well. The objective, as far as I'm aware, that you all should aspire to is making your way over to the King's Bastion. Oh, sorry.
Is that where his house is?
Castle Umbrock. If you're able to get into the castle, that is where the king is. It is very important that you take the king and his guards prisoner, if possible, and keep him outside of the influence of other archmages that we have. If you do that, then the influence Trent has on him should be able to be waned off and removed, and then a diplomatic solution to this war should be able to be had, so long as the others of you are going to succeed in your matters.
So we need to kidnap the king.
Not you.
Oh, somebody else is kidnapping the king.
Oh, thank God.
That is one of our objectives, yeah.
I mean, we could try to squeeze him in, but
I believe your task is more important than that.
yeah, I agree.
Where are the Ox brothers, by the way?
They'll be here.
They weren't invited to the table.
Oh, okay.
We kept it secluded to just the strategists.
That's fine. They're more artillery than anything, so. Who's drawing poop on them?
God damn it, Capriccio. Somebody's drawing poop on my map? Get it off.
Yes.
Oh, that's... Hey, the king hasn't done anything wrong except be manipulated. Anyways. So, we need to discuss our tactic and strategy very specifically. Who is it that we are going to be having in charge of which aspect of this encounter? Sylvan, you are staying back behind and offering healing services, as well as alongside Lady Teresa's majority of forces. That is correct? Yeah, I mean, somebody has to make sure all these people don't fucking die, and I guess that's just my responsibility. You know nobody asked you to be here, right?
I did.
Right, but, like, you can leave if you're not going to be motivated.
No, I asked him to be here.
Yeah, and as if I could actually leave. If I don't do this, then all of nature's going to fucking kill me.
Thank you for being here.
Right. Anyways, with those main forces from Lady Teresa and Sylvan being accessible for the protection and evacuation of anybody who needs it, keeping them alive, bringing them back to life if need be, so on and so forth, Lady Teresa and, well, what did you call them again? The left-winged flock. Right. It is our religion's inquisitors. Alright. I suppose they should be adept at dealing with any potential undead or unrest. So, I suppose that means you should probably be headed out with Lyceum group. She'll look over towards you all. I believe I would be very reasonably suited at ensuring any of those individuals that die stay dead in your direct vicinity.
Appreciated.
Rosca hates having to kill the same person twice.
Well, I don't know about
There's
that.
no variety to it.
Right.
It gets annoying, but I don't know if I hate it.
All right. Well, then, that means the left wing's flock is going to be with all of you. The next thing that we need to be aware of is destruction overall. We need to make sure our forces are formidable enough that we terrify the enemies.
Oh, I got that. My dad, possible brothers, and all my friends at the Slayer's take. They
Satiana
got
places
that,
her hand on your shoulder. I believe I will be very reasonable at that.
Oh, yeah, no, that would probably also work too.
And if you do not mind, then I believe I can join you as well. The mystery man that Zurazar bowed to at the other end of the table chimes in and smiles. Alright, is anybody going to tell me who the fuck that guy is?
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
Zurazar, who is he?
They are the leader of Marquette, Jamon Sword.
Keyleth chimes up. Oh yeah, Jamon Sword, it's been a while. How you been, buddy? I'm doing quite well, thank you. And I will be assisting in the overwhelming display of power.
Kick ass.
Your right hand didn't mention that you'd be here, but I'm not complaining in the slightest.
Well, I am not going to be risking the lives of the Hand of Ord or any of my other peoples in this matter. But it is a matter that needs dealing with.
I imagine they told you what I told them?
Of course.
Oh.
And do not worry. Your company will receive a 5% tax deduction this year.
Ooh.
There's our nod, spending his mind. He's like, yes!
all of this planning, it all worked out in the end to save
yes.
5% on your tax.
Over here, fucking over the tax people. That's all it took was the end of the world.
My man bawling.
Little did we all know that was exactly why Zurazar started this whole thing.
All right, guys.
Whole
One
campaign.
point. Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's get this war started. Where does Zerzar go?
Well, there is one other matter to pertain to. Even though we have two attacking forces, one at the academy, going into the Volstruckers Academy in particular, and the other one heading into Trent's estate, there is the matter of if reinforcements do go over to his estate. We need to make sure that both of these groups are properly tended to and safe.
Where would the reinforcements come from?
The same way that you're getting in there. Through the front door.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I don't know.
Do we have anyone left to call in for additional forces?
Excuse me. The Zemnian man who's been unnamed thus far raises his hand.
Yes, random dude?
I am very knowledgeable about the tactics and antics of the Volstruckers, as I am one. They are going to be instructed not to leave the academy, which means that circle needs to be disabled. I will go with the siblings and assist them in that manner in order to disable the the teleportation circle, so they could not leave directly. Trent does not trust many individuals within the entirety of the Empire in order to know how to travel quickly or communicate afar. If I can close out that avenue, they will be stuck in there with the siblings. I can tend to that side if one of these two terrifying ladies could assist you on the other side. Jaman calls out, "Not a lady. I don't know how to talk to you."
With respect, preferably.
Of course.
Well, I believe, Lord Commander, you wanted to be involved in the final attack on Trent.
I do plan on it still. When you all get there, I suppose I should be the gatekeeper. Until there are no more reinforcements for me to destroy. Will you be requiring more forces with you, or do you have your own? And Farouk in the back just chuckles. No, I do not require more. Well, that also means all of you are going to be stuck in there. If you're trying to get out, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. Or the hard way.
Blow a hole in a wall and walk out.
You know walking through the gate puts you in a demi-plane, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, we know.
So, to get out of there and back to where your allies are, you need a plane shift.
We got an Argon.
Making sure you're aware of that.
Yeah. I'll have it prepared. But I imagine either none of us are coming out or there won't be much to stop us leaving when it's all said and done.
What about your mom? Could she drive us?
Bob,
You
can
pick
you
us up.
take us in the minivan and take us home from the movies?
I'm going to be putting my efforts into quelling the armed forces.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Maybe you're dead.
No, Dad is not allowed in the war.
I mean, if we're
He's
doing it
not
right, we're
on.
talking about after the war is basically done.
Well, that's true.
Well,
I can also have plane shift prepared.
Oh, see?
Oh,
We got backups within backups.
I will forewarn you that the Volstruckers are instructed under dire circumstances to overdose on the Volstrucker serum.
oh, yeah, that stuff.
I've seen that before.
So we
Yeah.
might be looking at just a bunch of monstrosities within the actual
Say
capital.
less.
Though the majority of Volstruckers are not as powerful as the ones that you and the siblings have been working tirelessly to destroy, they are still very formidable, especially with their intake of the serum. And I assure you, if you are getting closer to the days where Trent is fully grown and fully powered, then they are going to be at the ready.
I'm assuming since you're volunteering to go with the siblings that you know them well enough to work with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I believe it's only fair that we have a proper introduction. This is the sibling's father. I am regrettably the individual responsible for what they have to go through. You brought this individual with zero moral or ethics into this war room. Thunderbrand, I thought you would be more intelligent than that. I apologize, Headmaster, but
He's the skeleton key. So before we cast aspersions on his moral belief, he also has a path that we need opened. Or closed, particularly.
what I did to them, I am not going to forgive myself for. And neither shall any of you. But if a man is not given the opportunity to stifle the evil that he causes, then there's no reason for me to live.
I look at Bruska to just make sure he's not grabbing for his sword at that moment. Like, no, it's not.
No, I'm
Not
good.
an invitation. Okay. Well, I hope you find the redemption you're looking for.
I will not, but I will strive every day to achieve.
It's a step on the right direction.
After this is done, your immediate incarceration at the Lyceum is mandatory. And we will extract every bit of information you have on the Volstrucker program and everything else to ensure that we can find all of the telltale signs of this ever happening again. Of course, Headmaster.
What exactly crime did he commit?
Yeah.
Lady Teresa has been silent this whole time, but all of you can clearly see she is staring with a death glare that looks powerful enough to give a man a heart attack at him.
So Mom's not the only one that hates him.
The fuck did he do?
I'm afraid to ask at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, what'd he do? Keyleth just raises
Thank
her hand.
God!
I just turn and look at her, and I'm like, giggle and look down and shake my head like, oh, that was so not the right question.
That thank God was out loud, by the way.
While I was a direct subordinate, taking the Volstrucker serum for Trent, I was responsible for inseminating a number of individuals in order to perform specific rituals afterwards to ensure that the fates of them would be tied closely into that of a fate-touched individual, in alignment and accord with specific attributes so that their connection to fate would be artificially that of chosen champions of a different realm. And in doing so, I created the siblings. Oh, so you messed with fate? I did not just mess with it, I bastardized it. I turned it into what I needed it to be. And I turned them into weapons for the Empire, in the hopes that I would be fruitful in my efforts.
Well, it's a good thing that's backfired.
We all make mistakes.
Barely. But they should not have to be in the role and responsibilities that they are in.
Truthfully, none of us should be in any of these roles that we have found ourselves in this situation, but we are, so.
I mean, I'm good with mine.
Well, so long as you have clarified that for everybody. Lady Teresa will place one hand on the table. The Lyceum is going to have to be compliant with the Church of Ravens as well in dealing with him. Fate is our responsibility.
Oh, she's talking about the dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't care about that.
We will discuss this after. So for the time being, you may keep all of your fingers and tongue to help us in this matter. Thank you, Headmaster.
Really don't like him.
I don't care.
All right.
So, we have a rough idea of what we're going to be doing. I think everybody needs to take a rest tonight. Tomorrow, we knock down some fucking doors.
I have one question for Uladon.
Yes, of course, Fordrum.
If
By the way, I like your braids.
thank you. I haven't gotten a chance to see them yet, but they feel like they're nice. And thank you, Capriccio. What about calling in things like Celestial or something? Are they going to be able to make their way into the area and to us?
Within the 10-minute reprieve? Yes,
Got
of
it.
course. And then as for the Shimmer Ward, that needs to be brought down as well.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta find his name.
Who?
I gotta give. Oh, you have a. Because we still need to contact him, don't we?
Alexian the Pure?
Yeah.
Yep. Or Elysian the Pure.
Elysian.
I got it. I got a spell.
Okay.
Well then. We're going to we're going to water. Sleep up. Alrighty, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and go on break. We'll be right back.
You're too kind.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. So, as soon as the War Council is done convening, many of the individuals go their separate ways. Some of them picking one or two people to join up with and talk to. Some of them finding... Oh, God, that's horrible. What happened to my stream?
Looks good on my end.
Oh, it just told me I had major frame droppage. Okay. Anyways. Some of them seem to find their own little individuals to sit with. Others finding their own area to be by themselves, relaxing. What are you all doing?
I'm going to make sure and thank most everyone for being here. Lady of Ravens, ask her how she's doing as well. Tatiana,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Thank you.
Just around the room, Keyleth, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping.
Like a good host. Yep.
Yeah, well, just, it's going to be tough, and sorry that we're meeting on this circumstance. I hope that there's a time when we would get to socialize more, but
Many of them are cordial about this greeting.
that's exactly, you're sort of forced into being cordial in this circumstance, so I'm taking advantage of it. That's really what it is.
The last one that you approach, the father, he sees you come over and will reach out a gloved hand to shake yours, and then reaches down almost out of instinct to remove the glove, but then stops himself.
And I notice it, and I smile, and I say, by all means, I think you've risked most in being here, so thank you. I don't know if you're going to hear that from everybody here today, but thank you. It's brave and honorable what you're doing, and I hope that you achieve the feeling of redemption that you're seeking.
I hope I do as well. I appreciate your warmth towards this situation.
Life's long for some, so you can make mistakes and you can correct them. I guess I'm glad that you're getting an opportunity to correct it for yourself.
He nods.
You'll be in my prayers, and good luck.
Thank you. I have to say it is intimidating being in a room with that many individuals that are that powerful.
Yeah, but they just spent their life dedicated to doing what they're doing. And in the end, we're all people too, so same stuff applies. Friendship, relationships, happiness, hardships, and pain. Those are all the norms of life.
Hardships and pain. You know, I've been spending some time with a large community of dwarves.
Been drinking your way through this, or in another way?
Pride's call.
Ah.
Very
Heard
good,
of 'em.
good folk out there. First community to accept me after I defected from the Volstrucker program.
Mm,
That was some few years ago.
good. Well, take the bluntness for what it is. If they say they like you, they do. That's my my dwarven knowledge for the day.
That is what I've discovered about them as well.
Yeah, there is no subterfuge in most of them. I have a nephew that I'm unsure about, but he's lovely, so.
Well, he's anything like you. You can take pride in what he will do.
Well, he doesn't have these ears or this tail, but other than that, he's, dwarf enough, so. Do great things, you'll feel better. Focus on the positive. And remember, at some point, you get to forgive yourself, too.
I'm not sure about that one, but I will attempt.
Yeah, it's not an enviable position you've put yourself in, but you'll get there.
So, you all are going to fight against Trent.
I hope so.
You have means of protection against necromancy and the like, I assume?
Some. I had a scarab, I gave it to Argon, though.
What?
I had a scarab of protection, which basically negates a lot of different necromancy things, but I gave it to Argon because I think it's important that he survives some of this stuff a little better than I do.
An archmage is a very powerful individual. I'm honestly quite surprised that he has achieved so much in so few years.
Yeah. His family took in my family when we needed, so, even though, and I kind of like nod point over at the headmistress, even though the headmistress is very tough, there's a soft spot in there somewhere.
You have to be tough in her position. It's completely understandable. And
Yeah.
there's no animosity on my account for her treatment towards me. It is well deserved.
Well,
Individual can only be judged based upon their actions, not their words.
true. So it's a good time to prove yourself. To the best.
You should be careful if you encounter Volstruckers that are going to experiment with the serum.
Yeah.
It is very important that you take advantage of the moment that they are in the midst of transformation. Within that moment, they are vulnerable, and if you kill the host body before it fully expands into its eldritch state,
Yep.
then you will be able to stop that otherworldly state from being an issue. However, if you cannot stop the host body before then, everything that you did to it is null and void.
Yeah, we encountered that once.
You
He
fought
grew
and
bigger,
overdosed.
got bluer. We had to beat him down like 5 different times.
Wow.
It wasn't very fun, but we got there. But thank you for the advice.
Yeah. Whatever you need.
Is there anything that just neutralizes it?
The siblings, they came across a pathway to remove it, but I am not too familiar with what that was. If you would like to ask, I believe Miriam is somewhere around here.
I think it's a little late in the day for these kind of conversations since we've got a battle plan set, but I would have been a good place to figure something out beforehand.
Of course.
Yeah. And I pat him on the shoulder and I go, maybe next time.
I pray there's never a next time.
I know. Me too.
I'm going to go retire and have a cup of tea.
Have a good evening.
You as well. He'll wander away over towards a tent that he is being guarded at the entire time. When he approaches over towards the tent, he hands over his magical focuses to them and goes inside.
Wow. Well, all right. Kind of feel sorry for that guy.
Who are you saying that to?
I just say it out loud to myself, maybe to the guard who's nearby. And I look over at if there's a food, anything, cart, table.
Mess hall.
Yeah, I'll go join. I'm assuming Broska's already sniffed his way over there, so I'll head there.
Braska and many of the armed forces here are chowing down at their respective tables. There's currently an eating competition between Braska and 10 soldiers to see who could win, Braska or 10 soldiers.
Yeah. Is anyone taking bets?
Oh yeah, 100% people are.
Oh, I got Braska.
All right, that's only 2-1 for you, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. 10 gold on Braska? Are we taking those kind of odds?
Yeah,
Cool.
sure. It's your paycheck, man.
You could put 20 more guys up here and I still got Braska.
No way.
I've seen it.
Nah. These are
The
soldiers.
Wizard's
They
Castle
eat.
makes food for 50. He's eaten more than 50 portions. Promise, it's a thing. Those legs have nothing. That's stomach all the way down. Like, looks like muscle, seems like muscle. It's just all stomach.
Roll me intimidation, Fortune. I know it's not your intent, but
Oh, that's fine. I don't really do intimidation either, so there you go.
16. Hey,
I'd like to
hey,
offer that I should technically be assisting with what I am doing to those plates.
Hey, we'll add 10 more people in, huh?
But that brings our odds to 4-1 at least.
3-1.
10 people, 3-1.
20
No,
people total, 3-1.
Yeah, I get it. Still, your odds making sucks at that point. 20 on one, and you're only going to give 3-1. It's bad odds. I mean, I'm still taking Braska. It's not even. I'm not pulling my bet, but I'm just saying, as far as odds making go.
So, as somebody who's never gambled before in their life other than blackjack, what I'm saying is if you put 20 on him and he wins, you're getting
60.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to say that it seems like unfair odds in the thing.
Braska, you
Normally,
okay with
I
that?
think- yeah.
Yeah.
I'm-
All right, man. And they pull up 10 more soldiers. So, Braska, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. We're doing the same system where it is double the number that you achieve. And since there are 20 soldiers, they each can easily eat for 2 people. So we're going to set the DC on this to 22.
Session advantage.
Oh my god.
The important things.
Everyone has their priorities.
Towards the end of the evening, Braska, you recline backwards out of your bench and fall flat on your back, exhaling a large burp. Exactly. As 20 soldiers are all lying on the ground, grabbing their stomachs, looking completely exhausted from eating and gorging themselves. Holy shit. Braska, you will sleep gloriously tonight.
You know it.
Fortune, you and 3 other people bet on Braska against 20 soldiers. So the 3 of you gets, 3x of what you fucking put in there.
I only put in 10 gold, so
30 gold.
You're
You're
a
up.
boss.
What's everybody else doing to unwind for the evening before the battle begins?
Honestly, probably not a whole lot because Zero's mindset is if I go into this like super stressed, then I'm going to overthink, and I need to make sure I'm thinking as logically as I can. So he's just kind of acting as he normally would.
I'm
ha-
actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, he's just hanging around. If anyone wants to talk to him, he's there. Otherwise, he's just talking to, I guess, just pretty much anyone that he would like to. I would say he probably has like a brief conversation with Keyleth, because obviously, with him being from Amon, he's heard of Keyleth at the Air Shari.
Sure. So you go over to Keyleth. Hi. You.
Yes, me. Hello.
Who are you?
I'll Zurzar.
Pleasure.
But pleasure. Keyleth, right?
Keyleth. Yeah, that's me. She'll shake your hand.
I'll have to say, in my life, I wasn't expecting to meet 2 people from your former group, let alone making a third slightly jealous.
Who'd you meet?
Lady Vexalia.
Oh yeah, Vex. She's gonna be there. She just wasn't a part of the strategy planning portion.
Is Scanlan gonna be there?
He's going to be assisting in the healing and evacuation of people.
But he's still not allowed on the airship, correct?
Wait, you're that guy.
I am that guy.
That's pretty inappropriate. Really. Yeah.
I think I can speak from experience, and so can you. If you're good at doing something, why stop doing it?
I don't have.
No.
I'm not that type of.
No.
druid.
What I'm talking about is skill set. I mean, look at where you are now.
What? Oh, right. If you're a good leader, you should be a leader.
I wouldn't call myself a leader. I just.
Who, you? Oh, yeah, you. Yeah.
No. I mean,
No, I'm sure you're great. You're probably great.
I do my best. It's more of just, I guess, misfits from all over tend to find them. But
Right.
Nice place. What better place to? You gotta think for a moment. He actually glances around to make sure no one else is hearing this.
Mhm.
Just,
Roll me a perception check. Make sure Mary's not hiding in a corner somewhere.
Mary, I don't have good perception, so this might fuck me.
23. Yeah, you don't notice her.
I won't lie. You and the others, I heard about, and well, I grew up hearing stories, and of course I'd be a little starstruck, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, I realized that everyone is kind of just people, I guess. I mean, people can do what they want, and they can choose who they want to be, but I don't know. I had a second chance, and I guess I thought about certain. The first time in my life, I'm actually having trouble talking. What I'm saying is, I had a second chance, and not a lot of people can have that. And my first, I guess you wouldn't call it a chance, I was not given the fair hand in life. So I figured I would at least give other people the same opportunity. Mind you, it's not a profession that many people are seeking, but it's protection. And I make sure that everyone there is well cared for. That's kind of why I'm even doing all of this. Sure, I'm wanting to help where I can, but I want to make sure the people I got at home don't have what's happening here.
That's that's pretty interesting.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, not a lot of people get second chances, right? And by the sounds of it, you reinvented yourself or something?
Kind of. I was at a certain born under a noble family, though shockingly, I know the noble part that's raised me was kind of a dickhead. Shocker, right?
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily disown me, but he definitely made it very kind of towed the line, I guess. So figured if I was, I might as well do something about it. And well, I mean, I'm not exactly where I was before, but I do think I am doing better than he is, and that at least I can say is a win. I mean, he's currently hiding, so.
Well, I mean, if that's a win, it's a win, right?
I think so. But I do look forward to seeing if the stories don't do you and your allies justice. Obviously, I've heard everything, but being able to see it firsthand will be something that not a lot of people will be able to say. Well, some people on your side would, but I would imagine most of them are dead.
Yeah.
I mean that
she
in a
looks
nice way.
down immediately at the ground.
No, I mean that as a compliment. I don't. He like takes out a coin, flicks it, and catches it, looks at it. You're not helping either.
What? I'm not.
Yeah.
What?
He got holds of the coin, change bringer. I'm superstitious a little bit.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, you saved plenty of people, but I'm just saying the people that were really bad probably aren't going to be around to, talk about it.
Yeah, most of the time they die. Thankfully.
Did they deserve it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let me ask this. And then I'll leave you be so you can actually talk to people that aren't gonna make you feel weird. I apologize for that. Just getting starstruck a little bit. How do
In
you,
this part, I kind of want to talk to her and see how to compare me to Grog.
in your eyes, no one else in Vox Machina, obviously, but you,
Mhm.
how do you determine who's truly evil and who deserves a second chance?
I mean, to me, evil's it's pretty straightforward, honestly. It's is what you're doing hurting other people? You're evil. Is what you're doing helping other people? Then you're not. It's very straightforward in my mind, honestly.
No nuance, no thinking of just the possibilities. It's just they either are or aren't.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can glorify what it means to be evil, what it means to be good, and yada 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 yada, and all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, it's very straightforward. It's, are you hurting people based off your own greed or desires? Good people don't hurt people. Not intentionally or not without consideration. Evil people don't. They just chuck it in the air and say, well, that's it.
This is how I'm actually planning to portray you guys.
I don't like how this is going. No, Grog! Wait.
Where?
But I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Again, I apologize. I guess I thought I could be a bit more calmer with things coming up, but with what's happening tomorrow, I guess a lot of things are on my mind, and my apologies.
Yeah, it happens.
I wish you luck tomorrow, and I look forward to see how many people that you can save.
You too. We're both saving out here, right?
Trying to, but we do what we can.
Right. The important things. Save as many people as possible. And then you can have your fun. Yeah.
Quite honestly, I think after this, I might take a break from all that. I've got a couple things in mind now. I do appreciate the conversation, Keyleth. Thank you.
You're welcome. See ya. Bye.
Kind of gives a half wave. Ugh. And when she's far enough away, he flicks the coin again, looks at it, he's gonna say, "Yeah, you're a dickhead too." And he just puts the coin away and walks off.
Alrighty. Well then. Capriccio, you were next.
Yes, I am going to go to where all the soldiers are gathered and
In the mess hall watching Braska.
Yep. And after all of that is over, I'll actually have I'll try to summon as many people as I can to the mess hall. And I will do a little performance to raise morale if I can.
Of course. Roll a performance check.
Let's see. 32.
Oh, yeah, they are very excited about the performance and very happy to have some form of stress relief given the current environment.
Yeah. That's really all I wanted to do, to be honest.
Okay. Argan?
I want to talk to Jamon's Ord.
Jaman?
Jamon's Ord.
Okay. You approach over to Jaman's tent, and the moment you get to it, you see that it is a very luxurious tent that has an extra dimensional space inside that makes it 10 times larger than it appears on the outside, as they're currently seated on a very lovely looking throne that they brought themselves, pouring coffee from a cup that was sitting in the sand that they were lifting with this long metallic bar. Jaman just casually looks over at you. Argan?
Not sure that I know the correct title to call you.
Jaman Saud.
Jamont. I wanted to thank you for helping us. I'm kind of disappointed Yadali didn't join us, though.
Yodali is handling things for my private affairs.
Ah. He's always been so pleasantly suspicious whenever we were there.
As you are well deserving of.
So I keep hearing. I've still not seen it, but... Nah. Yeah. I didn't really have a whole lot. I just wanted to come over, and as much as I've visited your country, I obviously never had the chance to talk to you personally. So I just wanted to take the opportunity, because I imagine Yadali's never going to let me get this close to you again.
Never.
At least not without your permission.
Never ever. And it is a pleasure for me to be meeting you up close and personal for once. You and your companions have created quite a bit of, shall we say, stink across the realms.
We have our talents, one form or another. Though to be fair, I never really think we ever intended to go out this way.
Broska, you bathed one fucking time. Intention means very little in the grand scope of the world and the realms. Would you not agree?
That is unfortunately true. We have a tendency to get what we ask for, whether we want it or not, or realize what exactly we asked for. I just wanted a little adventure, and I'll see the outside, what life was like outside the walls that I'd see them.
And what is your opinion on that?
It's a wide world, full of far more dangerous things than I was ever aware of. Living the life that I lived. But there's also a lot of good people out there. Some terrible ones, but a lot of good ones. Some are still with me. Some aren't. But I'll be glad for this to be done one way or the other.
Well, in my experience, it's rarely done for a long period of time. Merely one life or so. Sometimes shorter, sometimes longer.
History does show us that there's always someone looking to fill that vacuum of power. Even if there isn't a vacuum, they just try to make one. There's always some world-threatening something or another on the horizon, isn't there?
Usually there is, yes.
Well, I won't take any more of your time. You have a good evening, and we will take to the field tomorrow.
You have a good evening as well, Argon of the Lyceum. And you be sure, after things are said and done, to remember who your friends were in this endeavor.
I assure you I will never forget.
Good. Let us keep it that way.
I'll send flowers to the Yadali every year.
For the rest of his life?
However long that may be.
Agreed.
All right, then I'll leave and go back to wherever my room is.
Farouk, you were the last. Is there anybody amongst the current members here that you are interested in conversing with?
We can't see that map anymore, so he may not know who was all here.
Oh, I apologize. I forgot I never moved you guys back.
We're still in the city.
Yeah. There you go. This is the current war council.
Gotcha. Wait, you guys found Mary? How'd that happen?
She found y'all.
Yeah, Mary found us.
Okay, that makes more sense.
All we know is her name is Mary. She won't tell us anything else.
Fair enough. Yeah, to Fulgrim, I guess the only person he would bother talking to would be his Lord Commander.
So, you go over to Satiana's war tent, where you recognize a handful of the standing soldiers that are appointed to her. She'll look over at you and nod her head. What have you learned about their group so far?
Well, they appear to own a string of homes in one of the Menagerie Coast cities. And surprisingly, may I be quite frank with you?
That is why I asked you to begin with.
I find it a miracle that they're even alive.
You do not say.
They are not a strike force. They are not organized in the way that our garrisons are. But somehow they are tip the scales on each other enough that they keep each other safe.
Elaborate.
I'm sorry, did you say something here?
Yes, elaborate.
Oh, elaborate, okay. Argon, while a master wizard, I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought on this.
That means he was about to talk mad shit and then just chose
That's
not
what
to.
I was starting to
You
No,
gave him that
seriously,
you
I-
motherfucker look.
It's a master wizard, but
Master Wizard, but no bitches.
But no bitches. He has bitches.
I guess I just wanted to alliterate that they make as much sense as a group of adventurers that wandered through the Blight Shore and made it out alive do.
Mm.
If I may ask, when we are victorious, what do you plan to do next?
We are going to build back the Blight Shores, piece by piece, dominate and control the bizarre terrain to better fortify and protect it. Once that is done, we will then begin to rebuild, make it stronger, make it more resilient until we no longer have to worry about bending the knee to any other organization ever again.
It'll be my honor to shed blood for this cause.
Of course it will be. But if you must die tomorrow, then you will. If any of us must, we will. Trent does not deserve anything short of unending torture and torment in his life. Even his afterlife. I will personally see to it that there is not a single moment of peace for him. Nothing would exist for that monster.
And that's everything you wanted to talk to. He's a very simple person.
Yeah. It works out, I guess. So. That's everybody having their moment with one of these people. Now, where is it you all are sleeping? The mansion again? Muted, Argan.
yeah, I'll put up the mansion.
Well, twist
Since other people had to do teleportation for the most part, I have actual spell slots this day.
If you don't want to use it, I can create one too.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I'm fine putting up the mansion.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we know what's in there, so I figure.
Yeah. One last night of comfort.
Before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Just good. Yeah, that was me knocking on my wooden.
All right. Well, you all go into your respective quarters. I need wisdom saves from each of you. Let's see how well you sleep the night before this grand battle.
Does my performance help at all?
The soldiers, absolutely.
I'm going to use session advantage.
Yeah, so will I.
Damn.
Argan's ready for this fight, evidently.
Yeah, apparently. All of you are, other than Braska. Braska,
That acid reflux kicking in.
Braska.
All that food finally got the best of him.
You feel the unease of tonight. This battle that's about to occur for the first time in your entire life, you feel, what's the word for this? Nervous? I mean, you've gone everywhere and you've been hyping up battles and fights for so long. This is what you've been building towards, right? So, Braska, you find the evening is difficult for you to get a good night's sleep in. When morning rolls around, I am benevolent enough of a DM to tell you that you did successfully complete a long rest. However, your character is very susceptible to exhaustion tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good talk. Everyone, you wake up and Braska seems a bit more lethargic than he usually is before a big fight.
Did you overdo it on the dinner, Braska?
Yeah, maybe that was it. I feel weird.
I go stand near him so he removes any fear.
Yep. The fear's
big
gone,
buddy.
Braska.
Oh, hey, that's better. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
So, outside the gates, people are preparing themselves. A thick fog of magic envelops this primary courtyard, familiar to some of you as a display to quiet out this location. Make it so divination will not seep through in any capacity. As you are gathering up, you look over at the volunteers, at the other leaders of these various communities, and of course the other group of adventurers not far away. A respectful nod goes across many of the groups. And then Thunderbrand steps forward. All right. It's time to kick this kitten, as some would say.
Who says that? What? I'm only.
It's a
I don't know,
saying.
but I kind of want to meet him now.
It's a saying. Time to kick
You,
the kitten.
you guys not say that?
Yeah.
I'm legitimately
That's
just
common.
quite worried who you talk to
I-
now.
Put my
People
shield behind
say
my-
that.
Yeah, it's a
Put my
commentary
shield behind my back, like this, just in case anybody gets any ideas. I'm not gonna this Tabaxi. It's not a kitten.
You
Well,
wouldn't like
see that he wasn't talking about you.
you wouldn't
Good.
like the other phrase that came to my mind either.
Okay, cool.
But
Let's
anyway,
throw this dwarf.
Hey, don't fucking throw a dwarf unless he tells you it's okay. All right? It's very rude. All right?
I mean, typically I don't throw people unless. Oh, no, that's not true.
Well, we have word that the enemy forces have been mobilized, but they are still forced to march across the landscape. They do not have access to any druidic magics in order to traverse mass amounts of people like we can. While they are marching upon the gates, we're marching upon their walls. Same time, same order. You all know your objectives, correct?
Correct.
It is important to stress this. In life or death, we need to stop Trent. This monstrosity has gone against the balance of nature, has forced an entire community of people to bend to his will and whimsy, has caused the deaths of tens to hundreds of thousands of individuals. And if we do not stop him, he's going to bastardize this entire realm until it is a mockery of what Exandria stands for. Now, I for one, I like my morning walks safe. I like to look over at somebody and consider them a friend, or at least an annoying little student. I like to know that there is good in the hearts of others before making the assumption that they are pure evil. Do you all not agree?
Yes.
And if you hold on to this sanctity, if you hold on to anything dear to this land, tonight is the night that we ask you to lay down your life in order to protect it. The soldiers begin erupting in their own choirs of military.
Is Thunderbrand going into battle, or is he staying back here at the gates?
He's going into battle.
Okay.
He's going to be at the wall, and he's going to be one of the attack forces inside of the city, drawing out the attention. Now, we have with us the knowledge of how to kill this bastard. We have the knowledge of how to make sure it stays dead. Learn these faces. And he points over to the section of the crowd that the six of you are in.
I wave.
These people are the ones that need to get in there, need to take him out, and need to get out. No matter what else happens, you all will ensure that they are successful. None of you can do anything but get in their way when it goes into where they're headed. But if you see them in this city, you do everything in your power to stop any enemies from stopping them. Do you understand? The lives of every person in your family depends on this. The safety of not just Tal'Dorei, not just the Lyceum, but Exandria depends on this. Now, get ready. Meet over by the druids. They'll be sending you through. Wait for our signals. He turns and looks at your group. Wait for the signal.
I'm sorry, I coughed in the middle of what you were saying.
Wait for the signal.
Right, as we're getting ready to go, last night I wrote up a piece of paper on mage paper, and I'm going to, now that I know both Thunderbrand and my mother are going into battle, I'm going to transmit it Volstrucker style to my sister. In it is details on how to destroy the phylacteries and all the information necessary to get to my demi-plane. where one of the phylacteries is. Because one of the phylacteries is still in there. And in case I die, because my contingency's gone, and they need to be able to destroy that phylactery, you can, if you know enough about someone's demiplane, you can go to their
Plane
demiplane.
shift to it, yeah.
Right. So I sent her enough information to get there.
All right. And there's one piece of decor up against the wall.
Yes. There's one vase in there that's from the Lyceum, so she'll know it. It's the one that's missing because somebody stole it.
The soul jar vase, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Anyways. Everybody, you begin waiting. And waiting. And waiting. For all the talk and all the gusto that's been happening thus far in this environment, for the past day that you've been here, it is so eerie and quiet. The tension being so incredibly thick in the air that you can feel it weighing on your shoulders. Many of you have shaky hands or tapping legs that just won't stop in this environment. As you feel that, you all look over at Braska as his right hand is gripping his weapon and the left seems to be shaking at his side. To Zurazar, Capriccio, and Argon, it is a cause for alarm. Braska shaking is something you've never seen before. To Fordrum and Farouk, however, it's actually quite normal for this type of environment. When you know you are going into battle, to just have tension sitting and being able to release it. It's expected. The only people in these types of situations that aren't afraid are fools. But as you sit there, 1 minute feels like 30. 2 minutes an hour. There's not a sneeze, there's not a cough, there's nothing. And then Thunderbrand jerks his head up towards the sky. Druids, open your trees. Immediately, you see this massive flood of these two large trees opening up and the soldiers marching at a quickened pace, forcing their way through as fast as possible, starting to march and charge as quickly as they can through them. After just one casting, they have the door closed behind the soldiers, and then another round of opening them up and more soldiers flooding through, and they repeat this process over the next minute until a very large army, possibly 1,000 Tal'Dorei soldiers, are flooding out there. As that is happening, Thunderbrand looks over at all of you. Has Uladan contacted you yet? Wait. For the martial combatants of the party, it takes every bit of restraint in your body not to go with those soldiers through the tree, through into the front lines. Just needing to expel this energy that's built up into you, needing to get it out of your system as quickly as possible. Braska, I need you to give me a charisma saving throw. Fordrum and Farouk alike.
Oh, no.
Farouk, advantage because you were trained to have this restrained.
Thank you.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah!
All right.
Perfect. Despite every fiber of your beings telling you to expel this energy, to go through, to march onto those front lines, avoid all of the sneaking around bullshit and just get into the fight, you all three stay focused on your goals at hand. You all three maintain your control and wait. You watch as the first group, the other party, looks over as Mirian receives ascending. They all nod their heads and teleport away. Leaving behind your small cluster as the only individuals still here. Remaining soldiers in the background to maintain control over the Wuyan gates, but it is just you six now for the attacking force. You receive a message, Argon. Well, I believe that the security is removed. I pray to whichever god you hold dear that you are successful. Good luck.
Thanks. It's time to go, everyone.
All right. You group together.
Yep.
Argon, you're teleporting?
Yep.
Alrighty. Well then, allow me to bring you over to Ikathon Manor. Oh wait, you're going to the academy first.
Yes.
Sorry, I skipped a few paragraphs. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna say, because I burned a 5th level spell, not a 7th.
Yep. You all teleport over towards the academy. When you arrive there, you are in the center hallway where Janet is standing and smiling at you all. Greetings. You're all in immense danger right now. Majority of the faculty is currently following after the other group as they are now exiting. Good luck.
Thanks, hon.
I will lead the way as I'm the only one other than Capriccio who has been in this building.
True. And Capriccio was a cat. Capriccio.
Yes. It was
That's
being
Capriccio.
carried because he was really playing it up.
Alrighty. So,
Technically, I was addressing, but you know.
Yes.
same thing. Anyways. If it can fit in a pocket, it's a cat or a rat. That's... Argon. You have multiple options here. Where you are right now is in the transmutation wing. Only a few hallways away from your own personal quarters that you had here in their academy once upon a time ago. You can either, A, jump out the window if everybody can find a way to fly, and fly your way across the landscape. Of course, that would draw a tremendous amount of attention to you. You could also, B, run through the academy and hope that you don't encounter any other faculty that would attack you. Students, as you were a student here for a short period of time, you know they're not dumb enough to attack you all, but faculty have an obligation, and Zemnians have nothing but loyalty for their country. It knows no bounds. Or C, you could try to sneak your way out of the academy without encountering anybody. Each of these 3 ways takes 3 different paths that you could discern. And keep in mind, you did sneak out of this academy once before.
Do we
I
sneak?
mean,
Do
we
fly, do
flew
we march?
away.
Yeah. The last time the only other time I left here, I teleported. All right, so do we want to sneak? Do we want to walk? Do we want to fly?
Well, I have the dragon if you want to fly.
Forger, you still have your boots?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna fly no matter what we pick. So
Well, that's true. All right, so I say we take the fastest route, which is flight.
Hell yeah.
You, Farouk, can you take someone with you? Or is it
This is
just
a
you?
large dragon, so he can hold me and possibly one other person at least.
Could he carry Zurazar, Joey? Broska, I imagine, is too big.
He's got +3 strength, and he's a large drake.
Large Drake? No, he could definitely carry 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Farouk and either Zurazar or Broska, I don't care. I will fly the other one. Who wants to ride on the dragon?
I do.
I will not, because I feel like
You don't
I feel like there would be much more attention drawn to the flying dragon.
Yeah, the other option is you trying to get the fuck out of here and having no idea how to get out of here.
I mean, Argan said he was going to cast.
Yeah.
You cast fly me, and I just.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
you were doing the Zuazar thing, which is staying away from everybody by a very far distance.
No.
and not taking any-
In this situation, there's no way I can do that. Like, if I want to get out of here,
Good.
safely, I gotta follow people.
All right, then I will cast flight at 4th level on me and Zurazar, and let Broska ride with Farouk.
Alrighty. Well then, Farouk is responsible for the safety and well-being of Broska and Zurazar.
Uh-oh.
No, I have Zurazar.
Oh, you have Zurazar.
Farouk and Broska.
Farouk and
are on the
Broska.
dragon.
Yeah. Okay,
I
I got
ride
it
the
now.
dragon holds him.
Yes. So, your dragon is responsible solely for the 3 of you. Fordrum, you are responsible for yourself. Capriccio, you ain't never need no man anyways. And Argan,
Nope.
you are responsible for yourself and Zurazar, while Zurazar is responsible for himself. As you all fly out, breaking through the pane glass window with a loud, sharp explosion that takes place here, you begin ascending up into the air. As soon as you get at a high enough apex that you can see over the landscape, you see the outer wall destroyed. Segments of it caught on fire and toppling down, with soldiers screaming out in pain. Other segments of it dropping down in pools of acid as you see not one, but 2 dragons flying around outside defending your forces. Zuazar, you're politically connected enough that you are the only person in the party who knew Jaman Saord is a fucking ancient dragon. There's a reason they demand so much respect in that city, and nobody ever dares to go against them. But they love their community. They love their people, and they defend their people as if every single person was a piece of their horde.
Jamon's really only there to defend me.
He's there to defend his partial interest in your business.
I mean, you are getting a tax deduction, so he definitely cares a little bit. But as a dragon, they can't care that much, you know. Anyways.
I bring good business. What can I say?
He cares 5% less than normal.
Everyone else, though, why is there 2 dragons? Both metallic, but why are there 2 dragons?
Where did the other dragon come from?
Tatiana?
That's one of them. Where's the other one from?
I mean, are we gonna complain if it's on
No,
our
I'm
side?
just
Hell no.
curious.
Then perhaps we don't acknowledge the dragons that are currently decimating forces, and we continue on our way.
I'll acknowledge them later.
Brooke's just thinking, I can't wait till Satiana tries to negotiate with this other dragon. You know that's coming.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And you'd see, Farouk, Satiana fly out towards your general area, and as it gets to the outer boundaries of the Shimmering Ward, Satiana collides with this large, deflective magical barrier, stopping her from entering inside. You see the talons sharply piercing in and starting to push, not quite strong enough to break through quite yet. And all of you notice down within the city streets, dozens upon dozens of mages and acolytes to their own church, looking up at you all in the sky. You know it is not their fault. They believe you the enemy. They've been lied to the same as everybody else, as they begin aiming their wands and staves up at you. Do any of you wish to fight them, or are you happy avoiding them and getting to your destination?
I won't fight. I want to save my resources, but doesn't mean I haven't made my shit list.
I would rather avoid.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna get plenty of fight, Braska.
I
Don't
know.
worry.
Alrighty. Well then, everybody, I need you to start giving me dexterity saving throws. There's going to be a total of 4 rounds of this, as explosions of, you guessed it, fireballs begin going off in the air as you are flying and dodging through the environment. The static DC is 16 from the common mage here in their town.
But
Am I
their
using
spell-
mine or my dragons?
The dragon is making it for you and Braska. He has to evade to make sure y'all don't get hit. Zurazar,
Are we-
do you
Not
ever
be
make dex saves?
No, I do. I do all the time. It's one of the few times I don't. Am I flying close to Braska? Or not Braska? Yep. I'm in
Fortrum?
Fortrum.
If you want to be, you can say so, yeah. But only 2 groups could stay close to Fortrum, because he does move a lot. Actually, he moves a lot slower. You can stay by him, but he does move a lot slower.
No, well,
Wings
I
of...
can move 40.
Yeah, that's a lot slower than everybody else's fly speed.
Yeah, I have a fly speed of 60. Really, honestly, Zerzar probably do.
Actually, I can move 60. I forgot. I'm now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
you're a
can do my
cat.
cat sprint.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so you're sticking by him.
Yeah,
and who's
that
going to
way-
be the
and
second?
Plus, there's a large dragon there, so I could use him as cover.
Well, who's going to be the
40.
second? Anybody else declaring now that they're sticking close to Fordrum?
I
But the-
will.
Okay, there we
pretty
go.
sure
That's
it
the
is.
2. Just for the sake of my own sanity. Not everybody huddles in one area, or else one failure, y'all are fucked. So, explosions begin going off up in this environment. As they are happening, that'll be 28 points of fire damage halved to each of you that are successful. Congratulations. Oh, wait, the Drake Companion failed. That means all 3 of you did fail.
Fire damage, right?
Yeah, I know.
How much fire damage?
28.
28.
Everyone else, half as much for being successful. Fordrum flying through. Oh yeah, fireball exploded on you.
Yeah.
Argon, con save to maintain concentration on your spell. DC of 10. Just don't roll in that 1. Perfect.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give my Drake resistance to that fire damage.
Hell yeah. Drake is resistant. So
I'm using my legendary action evasion.
that's not anything you have.
Hold on, I have to get a notepad because we don't have.
You're right. It's just a normal action.
Not even an action, is it? Evasion doesn't.
No,
always
it
work?
just happens. It just
Evasion
happens.
is, I'm better.
I'm better than you.
I could be hurt, but nah.
Anywho, the first volley of fireballs go off, and Braska and Fordrum are completely unaffected by this. However, some of the mages on the ground start calling out things in Zemnian, Braska being the only Zemnian speaker here. It is Zem! It is the enemies! Use lightning!
No, it isn't.
Roll me a
I
deception
call back
check.
in Zemnian.
Deception at disadvantage. You have such a low... Fuck, okay, 12. No, they don't believe you.
No, it isn't.
You're Braska!
Yeah.
Anywho, as you begin pushing further through a different segment, the park, you see another valley of attacks going out. This time, however, it is lightning bolts arcing towards you all in the sky. I need you to give me dex saves. Now it's lightning damage.
Oh no, that one actually hurts.
Kind of. We love
Okay.
22. We
Hey,
love 25. We love 18.
Don't much care for 11.
Argin, 7 is not great, nor is 11. Fordrum, because you were unaware of the conversation that just took place down there, you were expecting another volley of fireballs, not lightning. Argin, you were also expecting another volley of fireballs. It was
Yeah.
lightning.
Absorb elements.
Okay, that is going to be 26 points of lightning damage to those of you that failed, half as much to those that are successful. So Zuazar, nothing.
So me and my dragon are both resistant to lightning, so that's half a half.
Yes, it's half of half. So 26 down to 13, down to 7.
7.
Yep. Con save Argin. Oh, you're already ahead of it. Thank you.
That was close.
Now, as you are journeying further in past the park, you are flying closer to the king's estate, but you have to skirt around the outside of it, getting past Castle Usalak, right? Ungbrak. As you are skirting around the exterior of it, you see the reflective nature of the magical barrier they have protecting this massive castle, the king's home, and you see powerful mages stepping out, thinking you are coming after the king.
I asked
Veer
them
away-
what they intend to shoot us with.
Come on, we're veering away from this a little bit.
We're not the kidnap party. That's a different group.
All right, Argin, since you're the one saying it, roll me persuasion. We're not the kidnap party.
15?
You discouraged them from attacking you.
Right.
However, everybody else, I need you to give me dex saves as they're throwing out lightning bolts towards you.
Jesus.
We love 22.
We love 22. We also love 30. Is that all of you? Oh, yeah, because he's... Wait, no, that's still only 4. We're missing something.
Yeah, because you told me I didn't have to roll because they weren't targeting me.
Oh, no, they're grouped together. I'm sorry, my math is fucked because dragon.
Braska's on the dragon.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that is going to be 32 points of lightning damage halved to those of you that are successful.
32 divided by
16 is halved. Half again is 8.
8.
We learn quick maths in D&D. That's about the only math I know anymore. So, Forjum suggested you all veer off, and those of you that are huddling him, you don't have much of an option but to follow what he's doing. So, you begin following after him, heading away from the castle itself and veering down southwards. Once you are getting southwards, you start to see the actual protection taking place. You see out front of Trent's estate, there appears to be many mages there, 6 of them, holding up in their hands magic, aiming it towards the sky that looks far more powerful that they wish to fire up at you. Farouk, you see Satyana smashing and slamming her claws and biting against this barrier, and it's starting to break, but she needs a few more moments to break it. Are you going to say anything to the party?
Yeah, I'm gonna point that out. She needs a few more moments to break the shield.
So do you all wish to give her a few more moments?
So
Circle
you want
around.
us to distract?
If you
Yeah,
remember
that's
what
a
the plan was, she takes care of the security at the gates and stops anything from coming back around. Or you
Oh.
guys can choose to fight the security at the gate, and then the security inside the gate, and then everything inside.
No, we'll try and skirt around it.
Yeah,
We'll try
alright.
and wait.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Stealth checks, all of you, in the sky. Your dragon is still responsible for you, Braska, and itself.
I'm also. No, that wouldn't work on the dragon. Okay.
I'm using Lore Keeper.
Stealth is also. Stealth is Dex. Ooh, its check is not good.
Well, the dragon, you and Braska are all clearly sighted, and the dragon looks up confused as Zurazar is masterfully hiding above you all like a cloud above your heads.
I have a question. I
Yeah.
have an ability that lets me hide as a bonus action. Does that transfer to the dragon?
No, unless it says it has your abilities, then no.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah. So, one streak of lightning bolts are being fired up at you, the dragon, and Braska. Dex save, dragon. Whereas everybody else successfully hid.
Because we're all above the dragon. They all
It's just
followed.
it's just a conga line of
Which
us
shouldn't work,
all behind the
but-
dragon.
The dragon's down here, and we're all up here.
Okay. So 23.
23, all right, successfully dodge. That'll be 32 points down to 16, down to 8. For all
Hey.
three of you. Well, Braska isn't resistant yet, right? Unless
Not
you already
yet.
started raging? Okay. A moment after that, you circle around the estate, and as you're nearing to the front side, you watch as Satiana grabs into this barrier with her claws, breaking through the magical tension that is there, and begins ripping it open like a lizard reaching into a shell of a bird, trying to break it free to eat everything inside. And as soon as that opening is there, you see this large glob of acid fall out of her mouth and drop directly on top of the mages down below. There is no more horrifying sound than all of you have encountered so far than the sounds of 6 squishy little mages covered in an ancient dragon's acid breath.
I don't suppose anyone blessed her flesh sack again, did they?
No. Maybe. We'll find out next week. Ew.
We're
Capriccio.
invited to touch her flesh sack, so I don't know how, that goes.
Oh, they did it last time. They did magic weapon on her throat. So
Holy acid.
Holy
Yeah,
acid, yeah. It was fucked. And that's how she was able to 1v1 Trent when he wasn't suspecting it.
Yeah.
Anyways, you hear the horrified screams of these mages that are beginning to melt away, and she turns and coughs or tucks her head towards all of you with a little bit of spittle acid shooting out. Go. And you see the attention of every fucking mage in the city is now on her. All right. All of you, you can choose to try to get there slowly, but you might draw attention, or you can dive bomb directly into the hell. What are we doing?
Capriccio, grab my tail. I grab Argon with one hand. I grab the tail of the dragon with the other, and I go, Zurzur, hold on!
Okay.
I'm going to let the dragon dive in and just hold on and let it pull all three of us down.
She's not going in,
faster.
but she'll flick you in.
No. I mean the dragon that Farouk is on.
Oh,
Since we're
okay.
hiding above it,
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, just
I feel
all
like
of you.
it's with Farouk and Baraska and a dragon, they've got more weight and momentum towards diving than we do. So
So, Farouk, The dragon looks at you. Which is it doing? Slow and safely or fucking diving?
I'm gonna try to take a swig of alcohol while we're going down.
He has his orders from his commander. He's going down.
Athletics checks, everybody. Dive bombing as quickly as you can through the archway into Icathan Estate.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm holding on. Do I get advantage?
Your athletics is to hold the fuck on.
You're always gonna ask for advantage because I'm flying too.
No, it's opportunity. You're falling from way over 100 feet. Just get in there. Let's see how y'all land.
I have a -1, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. Hey, you did better than most people.
Hey.
So I still have to do athletics because I'm the one
Yes.
driving. Okay.
It's everybody holding on and diving in.
Wow.
So, as you all dive in there head first, Braska, roll for your dragon as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ring. Athletics is strength. 13.
Argon, out of everybody, we'll start with Braska. Braska, as the dragon's getting there, you are so fucking ready to get into this fight. You jump off the dragon head first, do a full somersault, and swing your gigantic sword sideways as you are landing through, hoping that there is somebody through the other side. Argon, preparing yourself and using a little bit more grace to it. You end up diving head first into it, and you end up immediately rolling and putting your back against the wall, looking around, ready for anything that is in here. Moment later, Zurazar ends up falling inside, and though he ends up a little deeper inside than you are, he still ends up back against the wall, ready for a fight and battle, as everybody else tumbles their way inside and fumbles prone. And you look forward at Trent's Volstruckers that are standing there inside of his estate, taken aback. But luckily, Argon, Braska, and Zurazar get a surprise round while the other three have to deal with being prone. And this is where we're calling the session this week, everybody. When we get back, dungeon diving through Icathan Estate, everyone. GG's. Kick off the war.